This is the Lesson 2 activity for Math 107, Part 2. Lesson 2 activity Part 2 for Math 107. Starting off at number 4 here. So recall the model from the demo. I equals 0.007886x squared plus 0.160280x plus 2.007351 that models the number of unauthorized immigrants from Mexico, I, for the years since 1990. On average, by how many immigrants per year was immigration increasing from the year 2000 to the year 2010? Okay, so first let's say 2000 is x equals 10 and 2010 is x equals 20, because that's 10 years after 1990 and 20 years after 1990. So by how many immigrants per year? So I need to figure out the total change in the number of immigrants. The total number of immigrants, change in the number of immigrants divided by the change in time. And this will give me immigrants per year. So I need to know I evaluated when x is 20 and I evaluated when x is 10. So I have to subtract those two quantities to figure out the change in the number of immigrants. And then divide that by 10 years. And want my calculator. So I'm going to plug in a 20 where all these 26s are. Okay, so just plugging a 20 in and I get 8.4 million. And then when I plug in 10, I get 4.4 million divided by a change of 10 years. So the total change, there were 8.4 million in 2010 and 4.4 million in 2000. So it's a total change of 4 million. 4 million unauthorized immigrants over 10 years. So that would be 0.4 million immigrants per 1 year. 0.4 million per 1 year, which is the same thing as 400,000 immigrants per year. That's called the average rate of change of the model. On average, we are adding 400,000 immigrants each year. Okay, so you're responsible for reviewing and taking notes on section P1 in your text. We have a couple of little review problems to get us familiarized with some of those concepts. So, for example, we want to list all the numbers in the following set that are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers. So these are concepts that you have probably seen before in a previous class, and we're just reviewing here. So natural numbers are counting numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. So none of these are natural numbers except for the square root of 49, because that is equal to 7. So the square root of 49, which is 7. That is a natural number, also known as a counting number. Okay, integers, we've got -7, 0, and square root of 49, which is 7. So integers are the positive and negative whole numbers. Whole numbers would just be 0 and 7. Those are the natural numbers, or the counting numbers, plus 0. I'll keep rewriting that as the square root of 49, so you know where the 7 came from. Rational numbers, those are numbers that can be written as a ratio of two whole numbers, two integers. So rational numbers would be -7, -0.6, because that can be written as -6/10, 0, because that's 0/1, square root of 49, that's 7/1, but square root 50 cannot be written as a ratio of two whole numbers because it is irrational. And then all of them are real numbers. Okay, number 6, determine whether each statement is true or false. If the statement is false, make the necessary changes to produce a true statement. 6a, every integer is a rational number. That is true because you can put any integer over 1 and it's now written as a ratio of two whole numbers. The term x has no coefficient. False. It has a coefficient. We just didn't write it down. The coefficient is 1. Because 1 times x is just x, so we often don't put the 1 in front. Okay, 5 plus 3 times x minus 4 is equal to 8 times x minus 4, which is 8x minus 32. This is false. Okay, you cannot add the 5 plus the 3 first because the order of operations says you have to do the multiplication before you do the addition. So I'm going to put false here, and I'm just going to cross out that part, and I'm going to rewrite this as 5 plus 3x minus 12, doing the multiplication first, distribute the 3, and then combine like terms. So I get 3x, 5 minus 12 is -7, 3x minus 7. And then the last one, x squared plus 36 is x plus 6 squared. That is also false because x plus 6 squared, that means x plus 6 times x plus 6, which when you multiply that out, you get x squared plus 12x plus 36. So it does not equal that.